Professor Pip, what were you doing over there? You know you're not supposed to play with magic. The last time you did that, you got those lovely ears and a fluffy butt. You shouldn't do that. Plus you assembled the whole thing already. What am I going to do? Well, it's the time stones. So let's see here. Okay. All right. Magic, science, it's all the same thing, right? All right, now how did Dr. Strange do it again? Let's see. Ah, there we go. All right, this is Prop Master Mark, and you're watching the Game Academy workshop. See you in the past. I thought it was supposed to be a flat. All right, it looks like my reverse time spell worked. Everything is back in the box. Apparently Dr. Strange was not happy about me using my time phone last time. The future phone is still a work in progress, and apparently, well, I'm not going to get into it. Let's just say we had an interesting discussion from there. So let's see what we've got inside of here. All right. First, we've got our instructions, which is always good. Oh, maybe I went back a little too far. All right, I've got some photos, but I don't have any written instructions. Still, though, should be extremely easy build for us to do. We got to make sure we have all the pieces first. So we're going to take a look at the photo and match up the pieces. So we've got this piece here, that piece here, got that piece there, this piece, and the green piece. Yeah, let's look for what else we got in here. Always make sure, go through all the paper, make sure you get everything out of it. So we've got that, we've got ourselves a battery. Oh, hey, got ourselves an LED. Oh, this is going to be fun. And we've got ourselves another piece of that. Let's see, we've got nothing else. Oh, and we've got a bottle of glue. That's important if we're going to be putting wood together. All right. So let's take a look at the photo. All right, this looks like it's going to be a very simple build. So let's get cracking. I'm going to start with, let's see, it looks like this is the very bottom piece. Okay, so this is the very bottom piece. So if you want to paint these, you can go ahead and do that right now. I'm personally not going to paint mine because I like the design work, and I'm worried that the painting might get rid of those designs. You might get lucky to be able to retrace them. Also, I'm going to pretend that my eye was made by Groot, like he helped Thor make his axe. So this is going to be a Groot Eye of Agamotto. So let's see here. So this looks like that this is the very bottom piece. So this is going to be so that's going to be the bottom. And then we're going to have the actual eyelid. So that's going to be the eye. There we are, just like that. And then we're going to have this piece coming across this way, like that there. And then this piece is going to go, nope, like this here. There we go. Now, there we are. Now, I don't see a reason why you can't, well, you don't want to flip this one around. You don't want to flip this second layer around because this is where we're going to be attaching these leather bits to go around your neck. The other one below that doesn't really matter. I guess you could flip this one around if you wanted to. I'm going to just keep it the way that it shows in this. And you could probably spin this in any direction that you would like to have it in. So if you want to make yours a little more personal and put yours across like that instead, or spin it this way over in here to just parallel those lines, feel free. I'm just going to make mine look like the photo though, because it's kind of cool. All right, so we're going to get our bottle of glue. Oh. We're going to have a little trouble opening it. All right, So we're going to just bend the top back a little bit, back and forth, see if we can break that up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now we're ready to go. Okay, nothing left in the box, so I'm going to get rid of that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use the box to work on, because since we are using glue, we could wind up spilling a little bit on the table. It's always good to have something that you can easily clean up or just throw away, some paper maybe. So that way we don't have to worry about messing up a tabletop or anything else like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a line of glue around the edge here. Just like that there. Okay. We're going to put it down just like this. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. All right. Okay. Second piece. It's going to be a little different. I'm actually going to put it on. First, I'm going to get rid of this part here, and I'm actually going to put it on this piece instead. Just do a little line around like this. You don't really have to fill in all of this area with extra glue. This little bit should hold it together. And then we're just going to put it down, centering it. I'm going to have to stand up for a second. There we go. So everything has a circle in it. So we're trying to center the circles onto the circles. There we go. Just like that. I'm going to push that down for just a second. There we go. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this one here. It looks like that this circle, you can see that little line going around it. Bet you that basically hides it. So as long as we keep the glue out of that line, everything will be fine. Go like this here. I'm going to put a little extra at the ends here because I'm going to do a very little bit up top here. As a matter of fact, that's going to be really hard for me to get to. So we're just going to go ahead and add a little extra on the sides here. So that's what's really going to hold that piece together. Not so much the ones on the top there, just the parts on the side. So let's go ahead and center that up. Squeeze that down. Okay. Actually, I'm going to lower this a little bit because I want that, because you see how there's that eye, it looks like an eyelid in there. So I'm going to actually move this down a little bit so that it looks like it's in the eye. So that it's inside of the eyebrow. Oh, I probably should twist that a little bit more. So the good thing about this glue is that it's got a little time to set, so you can play around with it. But let's just try and get this worked out. Might be better to go from the bottom up next time. So let's see. You know what? That's I'm just going to leave it there. It's going to be a sleepy eye. I wonder if it looks better the other way around. Oh, there we go. Looks better the other way around. So let's make sure that that worked that way this time, guys, okay? So we did that. And then these pieces, I'm going to glue's a little bit dry. I'm going to add another layer of glue here. Around this here. Sorry, I'm making choo-choo noises. There we go. There, that looks better. All right. Once the glue sets though, that's going to be it. It looks like we got this pretty well done here so far. Okay, so those are the 4 pieces there. Now we've got this stuff to do. All right. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this battery out of here. You can usually push them out. There we go. All right. And we're just going to keep this to the side for the moment because I've got a feeling we're going to need that. All right, now the LED will be powered off of this light, off of this battery. And we can do it one of 2 ways. Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to put this aside for just a second. I am actually going to put this on now. I'm not sure if this glue is going to hold it down though. So we're going to give it a shot. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to rough up the edges of this a little bit, just around the outside of it, with a little bit of sandpaper. If you don't have sandpaper, you can go ahead and use a nail file or something else. But I want to just scuff that up a little bit so that the glue has something to adhere to instead of the smoothness of this. Now, if this doesn't work and it falls apart, I would suggest using some crazy glue or super glue. I guess I shouldn't use a brand name. You know, they're not sponsoring us. But yeah, some super glue on there. And that's got a little bit of roughness on it. Let's see how this does. I'm not sure if it's going to stay, but we'll give it a try. Okay. And another dot there, another dot there. Oh, there were numbers there for me. Maybe there'll be numbers there for you too. My guess is that all the numbers, yeah. So there we go. All right. Let's put that on like that. Oops, looks like I missed. Good thing I put those dots in there because it looks like I apparently missed it. There we go. We'll see if that stays on. Now, back to the battery and the LED. So the way these work is that these two prongs here. Actually, I'm gonna try to zoom in the camera a little bit more for this part. All right. I have no idea how this will work though. So excuse the mild earthquake. We're all used to them in California. There we go. Let me see if I can focus that up a little bit better. Oh, look at that. That's going to work. Okay. So let me make sure that I've got the right spot so that I can be showing you this stuff. Okay. So one of these ends is positive. The other one is negative. I actually do not remember which one they are. There's a reason why one is longer than the other. I think it's because the longer one is the positive one. So we'll put the longer, and the one that the side that looks like a button, that is the negative side. The completely flat side is the positive side. So let's see if that, oh, it does work. Okay, I did remember that. So that's how it lights up. But how are we going to put it in here? Well, that's a good question. So I'm going to take the craftsman's favorite tool in the world, duct tape. And I am going to peel off a little side piece like this here. Okay, it's not going to be big. It's going to be about the width of the battery. Okay, there we are. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the positive side, the longer tine one, and I'm going to put a little bend at the very end of it. So you see how it's more or less straight right now? Oh, hold on, I don't know if you can't see. Okay, so it's more or less, the long one is more or less straight right now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put a little bend in it towards the other piece, and that will become obvious in a moment why I'm doing that. So it's just a tiniest of bends. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can show you that. Yeah, you see that little tiny bend? That's all I'm putting into it, is just that tiny bit of a bend. Now we're going to take a piece. Oh, my duct tape all messed up on me. All right, so we're going to get another piece of tape out. There we go. So I'm going to use a little tiny square of duct tape like this here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tape the negative side onto the button of the battery. Oops, got away from me. Come back here, you. Now, if you don't have duct tape, I think other tapes will work as well. I just know that duct tape is going to really grab this well. So there we go. So that's now taped on there. Okay, so it's taped on there like that. Oh, let's move it back again. It's really hard for me to stay in focus while I'm looking at this and trying to show you as well. All right, so we've got a little bit of extra tape hanging over here. So I'm going to take a pair of scissors. Feel free to pause until you get the scissors and the tape and everything else. You can always just rewind. That's what I love about online things. And I'm just going to trim this down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Got a little bit left there. I'm just going to fold that up. Okay, so there we go. So we've got this light going on, right? Okay, so we're going to try to, actually, you know what? It's probably going to be best if it just lays on the side like that there. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and try to put this in the center of the light. Okay, so in the center of the eye. So there it is in the center of the eye. And I'm going to press down, so the LED is going to bend a little bit, but that's fine. I'm going to press down until the battery is flat, or flattish. It's going to roll a little bit because it's got a piece of wire underneath it. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put the center of the eye there just so you can see it. So I'm just pressing down the battery like this. This is popping up a little bit. Don't worry about that. Also, this is going to roll a little bit because we've got a piece of wire sitting underneath there that it's rocking on, but that'll be fine as well. I'm actually now going to pull up the positive wire a little bit. Just going to bend it up and out of the way. Now we want to get a piece of tape that's about half the width of the battery. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm going to just try to tear a little bit off. We want it about half the width of the battery. And then we're going to sneak it up here like this, all the way to the top. We're going to want to cover this side of the battery with it. So we're going to go all the way up here like that. Okay, let me move the eye back to where it's supposed to be in the center of that. Here we go, and now we're going to tape it down tight. Okay, there we go. Now you may be saying, well, Mark, the tape's showing through the design. Well, you know what? If you turn it over, it is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move it. Good catch there, guys. All right, let's try to see if we can get back a little bit further. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to start over because that's what we do. Actually, no, I'm going to pull this out a little bit more. Whoops, pulled it out way too far. All right, so we're going to start over. I'm not going to re-edit this because we all make mistakes and it's okay to make a mistake. So we're going to make this, I'm going to tape this so that the negative part on the button is halfway down the battery. Okay, it doesn't have to be exact. Oh, hold on, I'm probably not even showing you this. Okay, let's do this again. All right, so do I have a magic mark? Actually, you know what? I'm going to put a piece of tape right where in the center here so I know where you guys can see what's going on. All right, so I'm going to take a piece of my tape, and this time I'm going to take the wire bit and I'm going to put it about halfway down the battery like that. I'm just going to tape it on just like that. Okay, that's going to give us a little more length on the wire so that when I put it on here I can move it back farther so it won't be as obvious. All right, the good news is that with the color and everything, it's not a big deal. Also, you don't even have to put this on here if you don't want to. I'm just trying to use everything that came in the box and see how cool we can get with it. So let's go ahead and now take that piece that I was talking about and put it down, tape it down. I wonder if this will fit. I wonder if it'll hide better on this side. It actually looks a little bit better. Actually looks a little bit better on that side, I think. Yeah, that's almost perfect. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll tape it down nice and tight. Again, I want to keep that other wire up. Okay, that's way too much. I'm going to just tear off a little bit of it. There we go. All right. Yeah, we want to keep about half of the battery exposed. And then the rest can get taped down here, just like that. Take the scissors, trim it off. Now, if you come up with a more interesting way to do this, by all means, enjoy. Do it. Experiment. That's what the fun of crafting is. All right. There we go. We've got that taped down. Now, we're going to move the wire back over here. And I'm actually going to tape it down just like that on top of this thing, on top of the battery. Okay? Now, it may look like a little bit weird at the moment, but it should work out just fine. I'm going to go ahead and tape this down here. There we go. Alrighty. Now, you're not going to want to keep this on all the time. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use this battery case. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to peel off the all of the extra paper on the back of it. just like that. Okay, tear that piece off. And I don't know if I can actually get it off on the front all that well. We'll try. Okay, there. Oh yeah, actually that'll come off too. All right. You don't have to take the paper off. I'm just trying to make this as thin as possible. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut around the circle like this here to there. Boink. And now we've got this little piece of plastic. And what we're going to do with this little piece of plastic is that we're going to slide it right underneath that piece of wire there that's still sticking out from the tape. As you can see, it turns it off. And then, when you want it on, okay, you can hide it completely behind here. I actually am going to hide mine in plain sight because this is how I hopefully manage to light up the eye in the beginning. And I'm going to catch it with my fingers as I go by and just boop it out. Now, it didn't turn on, so I'm just going to do a little press to it, and then the light will come back on again. So that's the little issue that we may have, but this is the best that we have, and sometimes you work with what you have and have fun doing it anyway. And then you think about, how can I improve this next time? So there we go. All right, you have yourself your eye. Oh, you don't quite have it yet because you need to go ahead and use, oh, I'm going to go back out now, guys, because we don't need to be in close for this. So let me get myself back outside. How do I get this back up? Like that there. Lock it in place. Okay, there we go. Yep. Obviously a crafty mind because everything is a mess. All right, so we've got these two leather pieces left, or fake leather, pleather. So they've got a knot in the end. If they don't have a knot in the end, go ahead and make one. We're just going to slide it through this side here, from the back side, and out. And then we're going to take this side here, and move that back up to there, because I want it up there. Back side, and out. All right, and then you can take this and tie it to whatever size you want it to be around your neck, depending on how high you want it to be. And there we go. And we will see if, let's see if the glue's still holding. Okay, so the glue's holding everything. This isn't moving. Everything's looking good. So there you have it. The Eye of Agamotto. And this has been the crafting workshop at Games Academy. Until next time, on behalf of Professor Pip, I'm Prop Master Mark, and have